These roots are thick with it. Hey guys, I am 1 month locked as of October 4th, and here are some updates. So this whole month has been kind of like a roller coaster, and I feel like all of the beginning of starter locks kind of are. I haven't felt discouraged, but I definitely was frustrated sometimes with my hair, and I feel like that's only natural. So at the beginning, about a week and a half in, I made a video about how my locks were unraveling, and a lot of comments underneath the video were like, oh, same here, it's totally normal. So I was learning to accept that, and it was perfectly fine. I figured it might have been because my hair was like looser around the edges rather than in the middle of my hair. So I took it for what it was. It is like a Loc journey, and there's going to be so many different, sides to the process. So I took it all in stride. I was still like, I love it. I love my decision. I love my locks. I'm gonna just roll with it. I also had my first wash at like 2.5 weeks in, and I filmed a video talking about how my process was. The stocking cap method was really helpful when I was washing my hair, and I'm so glad that I looked up so many YouTube videos and information about how to wash starter locks, especially comb coils, because I was so afraid of unraveling more than anything. Truth be told, I haven't had much unraveling at all, but I have had at least one, maybe two unravel. For my washing process, I was having to retwist after that, and it had only been about 2 weeks since I had gotten my locks installed or started. So I was like, is this too early? Am I supposed to be retwisting my hair this soon? But it turned out it was actually fine to do that. I just didn't want to get into the paranoid mindset that like I'm retwisting my hair too much. You're doing the most. I didn't feel any qualms about it. I feel like my hair is still healthy and doing well. And retwisting wasn't that much of a bad thing, especially since it's not a professional retwist. The twisting isn't as tight when I do it, and so it's more like, I don't know, it looks like week-old retwist hair, maybe even older than that, because the hold isn't just there yet. I guess I just don't have the technique down well enough. So I decided not to stress about it, because I'm like, I'm not retwisting it too badly to the point where my hair is thinning. These roots are thick with it. The wash went well. I did a semi-retwist after I washed, and then I realized the back of my hair was really thick, and so I decided to like retwist it maybe like a week after I washed it, and it lasted like a few days until it was just like, you know what, girl? You thought. With the water and stuff that I was spraying on my hair, kind of like to facilitate the lock process, I feel as though with my roots, the water with my roots probably made them unravel more and made them more like, how your hair gets when it's wet. It becomes like a little softer. Even though it is helping with the locking when it dries, it kind of counterbalances with the retwist. So I've been staying with the same routine I have showed you guys before, my daily routine, more like an every other day kind of thing. I do it when I feel like I need to. So I do water, or try to spritz my hair with water every day, and I don't use the rose water as much, but I do use it occasionally, and I use vitamin E oil occasionally to oil my scalp, especially if it feels itchy. Vitamin E is so good for your scalp. If it feels itchy, you feel like you need to scratch it, you feel like you need to wash it, vitamin E is good. And honestly, since I have washed my hair, I haven't had problems with an itchy scalp. So I'm glad I did wash it, because before then I was going crazy. I was like, I got to do something about this. I need to wash it. I'm getting my hair retwisted tomorrow, October 6th, professionally. I'm also getting my hair styled that day, and I will film a before and after of my hair just to show you guys. The hairstyle is actually for a wedding that I'm in a week, so I'm hoping it holds up well. I don't really have enough time to like get it done during the week of before the wedding, so I'm hoping that getting it done on Saturday will allow me, 5 days, it'll still be put together, hopefully. I have a lot of frizz, you guys, and you know, the frizzing process is like a main thing when you're starting your locks. So I'm excited to see it, and I'm excited to, you know, see how everything forms. So yeah, I have a lot of frizzing. And do I have budding? I would say that I think that they are. Y'all can be the judge of it when I show you guys a close-up, but I think that they are starting to bud. I know for sure there's a lock in the back that is like, it ain't going nowhere. It has, if not completely locked, it has for the most part, it is locked. Like, it is in the forming process for real. Because I know some of these is a little questionable. I'm like, I feel like I can just reach my finger in and pull it out. Some locks feel like that, but other ones feel like, you know, this is really, you're in this. You're in the game now. I think I might have some budding. I'll give you guys a closer up look in a second. So I've been having some like weird ends. And if you guys watched my starter locks week 1 kind of like overview of why I started my lock journey and like how it was the first week, you'll notice that my ends were really curly, and they've been like that all month. There's nothing fading with that. I do notice that there are like sort of clumps forming near the end of my locks, which I feel like it's kind of like beginning to form a little bit. And so I'm having some of that, but also even with my ends being curly, it just seems like I have like wispy ends. I just feel like I need to cut it. And so sometimes I do like cut my ends a little bit because it's just like, it just seems like they're like really straight and they just don't belong. I don't know if that interferes with the locking process. I assume that it didn't. So I was just like kind of like, you know, trimming just a little bit, not into the actual lock itself. Some of these little extra hairs like right here, they seem to get a little thinner, and so I'm like, oh, I'll just cut that off because it just kind of looked weird and kind of like it didn't flow with the rest of my hair. So right now I will show you what my hair looks like 1 month in and show you all the areas of it. And these are my locks 1 month, y'all, before I get this retwist going. I do have some flaking up here a little bit. I assume it's just like minor buildup just from like dirty scalp kind of stuff. Nothing that I'm too worried about at all. So yeah, there's a slight bend in my hair because I had it back in a ponytail. But yeah, this is my hair. As you can see, like these front ones, who are the ones that kind of unraveled first, and this is how a lot of them are. However, I did notice that towards the back, these locks are really forming for real, for real. Let me show you guys how they look. I feel like they have a nice shape and form to them. Now in the very, very back, this is where like my realest locks are at the moment. These are the ones that I feel like are kind of showing a little bit of budding. As you can see, they're kind of like swelling up right here to form the knots and stuff that I need to form. This one, this is the one. This is my realest lock on my head, y'all. I think it's frizzy, it's budding. Also, it's just like, I can just tell how thick it is and how much it's like not going anywhere. Like it's really knotting up. And I get kind of excited about it. I'm like, oh, I got real locks. Are you locking your hair? But yeah, I have a lot of like loose roots. My roots are really thick in general. So there's just so much here that needs to be retwisted. I can't wait to see how my hair looks after it's professionally retwisted. And I can't believe a month already passed. Like, this was like the fastest month ever. And it was so funny because like during the first couple of weeks, I'm like, I'm only 2 weeks in. And then all of a sudden, you know, October 4th comes and goes. And I'm just like, wait a second. I've had my locks for like a month now. Anyway, that's all I have to say for my starter lock comb coils journey so far. 1 month already. So hopefully you guys like this video. Comment below if you have any thoughts. How far are you in your journey? Let me know. I love having conversations with y'all. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you want more content on my locks. I'll keep it coming regardless. I really appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video.